Hello, my name is Jason McKenzie. I'm from Austin, Texas. I decided to make my first tabla instructional video. I'm here in Graz, Austria. It's a beautiful day. I thought I would make this tabla video geared toward drum set players perhaps, or anyone really, but anyone who owns a set of tabla and doesn't really know how to make a sound with them, I thought I'd give you a little help. First thing you'd want to do is tune them to a pitch. This is already tuned, but the idea is to make the sound uniform all the way around, for like a 12-string guitar. And you hammer down on these goolies, as they're called, for major change in pitch. Hammer down to bring the pitch up, hammer up to bring the pitch down. For fine tuning, you use the hammer on the edge. The first sound I'm going to show you is called na. And it's interesting, in Hindi, that means no. So if you're not going to take the time to really learn these finger positions and sounds, then don't bother, I guess is the meaning behind that, perhaps. I'm using baby powder. I don't need too much right now. It's mostly for the left hand. Also, to keep from sticking when you make the closed sounds, which we'll get into later. First thing I'll show you is na, and it's you do it by anchoring your ring finger right on the edge of a black circle, which is called a gab. And you stick your middle finger up as high as you can, straight, and pivot your hand, your wrist, and you hit the edge where you can feel the wood underneath the goat skin. It's called na. And my first lesson with Alok Datta was pretty much just doing this the whole lesson, just trying to get that sound consistent. I'll try it with my left hand so I'll know what it's like to be a beginner. Yeah, I'm not getting as much volume because it's muscle memory. You don't want to go too much in here. You want to keep this finger straight. But yes, it's for, if you're right-handed, it should be with the right hand. Sounds much better with my right because of practice. Once you've got this fairly down, the next sounds will be closed sounds, like a slap. It's called, first one's called te. And you want to treat it like, you want to grip it. I'll try this here. Like you're grabbing cloth and pulling it towards you. Kind of unorthodox way of showing you, but whatever. That's called te. It's 3 fingers and you grip it. Middle finger be in the center of the gab. That's called te. A little bit easier than na, probably. So we have na and te. The second one is called re, or it can also be called te. Slightly different. Te, te. It's like the second te, te, where your tongue goes forward with the first one, your tongue would go back for the second. Te, te. It's part of the Hindi language, or perhaps Bengali language, which I don't really speak, but many friends who do. Te, in this case, we'll call it te and re. 1 finger slap. Same where you grip, grab a hold of it. Te, re, na. And some of these sounds depend on the phrase that you're playing, because na in some instances can also be called ta, which I'll show you in a second. So we have te, re, and na or ta. Now, moving over to the Bhaiyya, I just want to show you the closed sound first because it's easier and it fits the phrase that I'm going to show you for this lesson. It's called ka, and it's another slap. You put your wrist all the way up to the edge of the gob, and it's okay to have your fingers come off the drum, and you don't want to cup your hand like that. You just want it to be flat with a little tiny bit of space between the fingers. So this is called ka, or kat, or ki, depending again where it is in the phrase. So ka. Back up a little bit so you can see both drums. So the phrase I wanted to show you, after you've gotten caught down, just a flat slap sound. So the first phrase is te, re, ki, ta. So in this instance, ka is called ki. Te, re, ki, te. Ta, ka, ta, ka. But again, you want to really practice your na or your ta for a while. Make sure this middle finger is straight. The ring finger is your pivot point. The pinky just hangs out on the side, but most of your weight is on your ring finger. You're just turning your wrist. And you want to keep your finger down, which sounds counterintuitive. You would think that you want sustain, so you would want to raise it up, but really it'll sustain just as much by keeping it down, and you want to keep it down to be able to play fast phrases. So we have te, re, ki, te, ta, ka, ta, ka, te, re, ki, te, ta. I slow it down. Now I like to use a metronome at about 120, where you play each sound for every 2 beats. My metronome is my phone, so I'm using my phone to record right now. This is about 120. Te, re, ki, te, ta, ka, ta, ka. Te, re, ki, te, ta, ka, ta, ka. And after a while, te, re, you can double time it when you feel comfortable enough to do so. Ta, ka, double time. Here we go. Te, re, ki, te, ta, ka, ta, ka. Te, re, ki, te, ta, ka. Te, re, ki, te, ta, ka, ta, ka. And then maybe eventually double time again. It's important to say these syllables as you play. So I find tabla playing to be a good meditation, and just pick one thing to go over and over like a mantra. So this is a good mantra. Te, re, ki, te, ta, ka, ta, ka. And another way to practice it with the metronome is to start it at 60, really slow, and then just bump it up like 5 beats every few minutes or so whenever you feel comfortable, instead of double timing it. But that's not as orthodox. Double timing it seems to be the way a lot of tabla players do it, but I like to sometimes bump up the tempo gradually as well. All right, hope you've enjoyed this, and I'm going to make more and show you open sound, ga, on the next episode. Thank you.